Hello and welcome to the latest episode of Feeding the Curious Mind. My name's John Pullen and I'm a writer of fiction and non-fiction books. If I were to ask you to name a psychologist from history, I think probably Sigmund Freud would probably be close to the top of that list. He was born in 1856 in Freiburg in Moravia, which is now part of the Czech Republic. His family moved to Vienna, and it was there that Freud enrolled in the University of Vienna there and studied medicine. After graduation, he worked at the Vienna General Hospital, where he treated patients presenting with hysteria. He used a form of hypnosis in order to get them to relax and to try to remember traumatic events from their past and to see whether or not these had an effect on what they were suffering from in the current. This is a technique which is still used and practiced by some therapists today. He eventually moved to Paris for about a year and studied under the neurologist, I should say, of Jean Charcot. Once again, he took his theories a little further and he decided that people with hysteria could be treated by dream interpretation. Well, he moved back to Vienna and set up his own study, his own surgery. And he used his dream interpretation to try to help his patients. But he also started developing his ideas and his theories of the mind. And he came up with a new theory and divided the mind up into three areas: the id, the ego, and the superego. Now, he did have many detractors from many of his theories, and of course, probably the most famous thing he's remembered for is as the inventor of psychoanalysis. Now, he was of Jewish descent, and in 1933, the Nazi Party were coming to power, and they burnt all his books in public, along with books belonging to many, many other authors and writers. He saw the writing on the wall and decided the best thing to do was to leave. So he packed up with his wife and 6 children and they all moved to London. Now, unfortunately, from 1923, he was diagnosed with cancer of the jaw. And over the years, he had over 30 operations on the jaw in order to try and correct it. But unfortunately, in 1939, he succumbed and I'm afraid he died. His house today in Hampstead Heath, North London, is now a museum and you can visit it anytime you wish.